All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. You ready for some high-speed action tonight? Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Marina Bay. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The final race of the season in the high octane racing league GT3 series. It's Singapore, Marina Bay. It's a 50-minute race, and it's going to decide the championship. Great little city circuit. It's a challenging one. Not a lot of room to race here, so you got to be on your game. Who's going to take home the victory here in Singapore? There's only one way to find out, and that is join us right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, 50 minutes on the street circuit of Singapore, Marina Bay today, here in the GT3 series. Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, and let's get it on. All right, hey, thank you so much for coming in here to TurnLeftTV. Appreciate you joining us tonight. A little bit of a light field here tonight for the final race of the season. So great little track located in, we got Silverstone there. No, located in Singapore. About a 5-kilometer track, 50-minute race, final race of the season. I'm your commentator, broadcaster, Heath Johnson. And again, thanks for joining us here. It's been a great little GT3 series season. We're going to switch it up after tonight's race. We're going to take a week off and then get a new series started. And we'll be ready to make an announcement here very soon about that. So keep your eyes peeled. Take a look at the track here at Marina Bay. Again, 5 kilometers in length, located in Singapore, the city-state of Singapore. 23 turns, of course, asphalt. This is a tight track because of it being a city circuit. Hard to make passes, very technical track as well, but a lot of fun. And this is a night race, so lights are on. Thanks for joining us here on the YouTube channel. I appreciate you being here. Peace to everybody out there. Hope everybody's enjoying the weekend. It's snowing here in Central Indiana. Thumbs down to that. That means things get colder. And I was going to go rake leaves today. Can't even see the grass anymore because there are so many leaves on the ground. But it's snowing, so that's my excuse. Plus I'm broadcasting races, so maybe we'll do it tomorrow. But hey, thanks for coming in. Please hit that subscribe button and also thumbs up. Let me know you were here. Share my videos with all of your friends across any social media platform where you can share YouTube videos. And if you'd like to make a donation to TurnLeftTV, there's a link up at the banner of the channel. And also you can support TurnLeftTV by clicking on the links down in the description of the race and follow those links over to the Fanatec website, whether you're in the Euro Theater or in the United States. And that includes the South American Theater as well. You can help me out by clicking on those links. And if you're interested in purchasing something through them, please use my links. That would help me out here. But again, thank you for coming in. And please hit that thumbs up button and let me know you were here. If you'd like to participate in the chat session, looks like Michael Brooks is in here participating already, so excited to see that. Fun little track here at Marina Bay. Tonight's race brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you're interested in an rFactor 2 server for your league, please give EliteHostingUSA.com a look. Not only that, WordPress hosting, online store hosting, VPS hosting, and shared web hosting available as well. And not only here in the United States, EliteHostingUSA.com can provide you with servers in your region of the world that suit your rFactor 2 server needs. Get some word, there's a 24-hour endurance race going on and also an F1 sprint race. Talked to Alexander Meshkoff a little bit earlier tonight as well. Good to catch up with him again. So he informed me of the F1 sprint race, and then Michael had mentioned a 24-hour endurance race going on, so that I'm sure a lot of guys that participate here are also participating in one of those two events. Coming up later this evening, we have the final race of the season in the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in the Saturday Night Thunder. The Cup Series completes its season. We're going to crown the champion. 80 laps there at Indy. This will be a great race, man. Open setups, 1X tires, 1X fuel. We got a 60% damage rating on that, and it starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're interested in racing some stock cars on a Saturday night, come on out and join us. Qualifications here, we've got a small group, a couple guys joining, didn't make it in before quals as well. Thomas Golem there with a 2:10.734. Dennis Vandeven second. Stephen Miller starts third. Lucas Simpner fourth. Will Dunbar starts fifth. It looks like we've got a couple guys here who are waiting to get in. The Buschwackers series will be back in action next week at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We had a great race last night. It's race number 3, 120 laps. A great season. We've had 2 great races. We had a caution-free race at Lucas Oil Raceway last night, a short track with 16 drivers and caution-free. Fantastic race. Very interesting race. This Buschwacker series on Friday nights is a fantastic one. So New Hampshire Motor Speedway coming up at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday, November the 19th, and it'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. We'll take a look at the season standings coming into tonight. Nikolai Bezhikov, who is not going to be here. I think he's competing in that F1 sprint race. 1 point lead over Will Dunbar. Will is here, so Will is in the catbird seat there as far as the championship is concerned. Stephen Miller sits in the third position. Very close race there, but between he and Luca Simpner. Alexander Zakharov, fifth. Dennis Vandeven, sixth in points. Roman Ryaptsev is 7th. Artur Vieira 8th. Felipe Granado 9th. And Claudio Bardelli Jr. sits in the 10th position.
Soul.
Michael's asking in the chat session if I'm on the new PC. I am. Yes, I've got a few things I got to dial in here. I'm having a little trouble with some delay in what I hear in my headphones from what I voice. So we got to get that dialed in. There's a little bit of, I think I got to install Realtek Audio Manager. So other than that, working well. And then we'll take that old PC and do some work on it and make that the second PC. We'll make that the side-by-side view. But thanks, guys, for coming in, and good luck to Thomas Gomom. He's in the chat session. He's out on the track there. Going to get his warm-ups in. So guys getting some final adjustments. Go to use the restroom, whatever they got to do here before warm-up is finished. But I'm going to see if they're going to restart warm-up here because there was a lot of discussion. See if our side-by-side's working. It looks like it is, so that's good. Just a couple minutes, actually about 30 seconds left here in the warm-up session. Sorry, but we were taking care of a few things. Okay, John Stanley coming in here and joining us late. Whoa, interesting there. Got any practice in. Hopefully he knows the time change. All right, boys and girls, it is about that time. That's right, Singapore, Marina Bay, the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series, the final race of the season. Who's got what it takes to take home the victory here in Singapore?
A lot of soul.
It's going to be an interesting race, to say the least. We'll take a look at the starting order. Hopefully we get that one screen that stays up for a second. Thomas Goldwolf. Oh, see what I mean? Man, it wants to jump around there. Let's try this again. I don't know why it does that. It's probably a CSS thing. Thomas Goldwolf starts in P1. Stephen Miller second. Lucas Simpsoner starts in our third position. Will Dunbar starts in fourth. So a couple radicals there running together. Teammates. Dino Faldetta starts in the fifth position. Dennis Vandeman sixth. And John Stanley starting in the seventh position. Thomas Goldwolf in the Porsche. Going to lead the field, take this green flag. A little tricky here on the outlap, given the twists and turns and the walls. And they're trying to do this too wide here, so it's probably best most of the guys try to do this as staggered start. Looks like they are. My pick to win this race. Wow. It's going to be an interesting one. I think I'm going to pick Thomas Goldwolf to win this race. I know he's pretty solid at these road courses, and Team Future Porsche, I think, is going to be the car to beat. The championship, that's pretty much a done deal. Now, Michael Brooks picking Thomas Goldwolf as well. Hey, he's already taken, man. Will Dunbar has sewn up the championship here with Nikolai Petrikov not being here tonight. So congratulations to Will Dunbar, huh? All right, 50-minute race. Michael Brooks says he gets first dibs because he's the teammate. I don't know. So hopefully you guys can hear the car sounds and everything all right. So it's, like I said, with the new computer here, it's a little bit dicey on getting the sounds dialed in here. So tricky little left-hander here. Oh my gosh, what happened there to Goldwolf? Looks like he got kicked or something. Looks like we got some folks who've lost connection here. It looks like they're going to have to do a little restart here. And we're going to have to so it looks like there's been a little bit of a
Attention grid, will all non-essential. Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
looks like we are restarting. And to restart here, it looked like just as these guys were getting ready to take the flag, everybody got kicked, and it was an interesting server crash there. So we don't usually have that type of issue, but so hopefully we are back in the warm-up session. Looks like we are. All right. Wow, that was crazy. We'll let guys sort of get dialed in. All right, looks like guys are getting joined back in here. We got warm-up session. We're gonna. Looks like the orders okay.
finishing grid, you're all non-essential.
All right, we all know the challenges that rFactor 2 gives us sometimes. So Dennis Vanderman will start up front here. That's a little bit of a bummer there. I'm not sure what happened to Thomas, but let's see if we can't get this race in the books. So Vanderman, the start up front there. Stephen Miller second. Simper will start third. Dunbar fourth. Paudetta fifth. And Stanley starts in the sixth position. "50-minute race. This is Marina Bay. And again, thanks for joining us here on TurnLeftTV. Sorry for the few little bugs there, but we all know how rFactor 2 is. None of us too surprised about that. Hopefully we'll have a good start here. Man, we had a little funky hiccup there right toward the start of the race, so we're not sure what went on with that, but maybe it's this, maybe there's something funky with this track, but we'll find out this time by, I think. This time slot, this time of the year, has been a little interesting because there's a lot of endurance races going on, a lot of other things in this time slot that are also going on in the sim racing community. So, of course, it's you know, early evening. Early to mid-evening over in the Euro-Asia theaters, which normally attracts a lot of these GT3 drivers. Let's keep our fingers crossed on this one and hope for a good start. Interesting little hiccup there. And the sun's going to go down, the lights will come on, the racing will get intense. Well, I got to change it up now since Thomas left and he's not going to race with us tonight. So I'm going to change it up. I think I'm going to go with the Corvette of Dennis Vanderman. He's due for a win. And here we go.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Man, that was a late green flag right there, almost at the start-finish line. Heading into turn one there. Stephen Miller jumping out to the race lead in that McLaren. Stephen Miller getting a lot of practice laps in. Looking out of the back of his machine at Dennis Vandeven in the Corvette. Vandeven diving into the turn there. Vandeven going to pick up that spot. Stephen Miller looks ahead as Vandeven now in the Corvette in that 84 car, leading the field. Take him long to get that spot back. Dennis Vandeven, our new race leader. I tell you what, man, once he gets up front, I think he's going to open up some distance on this field. Kind of see how that Corvette behaves throughout the course of the run. That is a concern. This good battle here, Will Dunbar and Lucas Simper, a couple radicals and teammates racing together. They're Dino Faldetta in the Ferrari coming in here as well. He's in this mix. It's Will Dunbar now back to the 4th position as Lucas Simper makes that pass. Take a look at this pass here. Well, we'll sort of take a look at this pass. We don't want to do behind the car. Here we go. See Lucas Simper in the blue Radical number 21, 88. Will Dunbar almost gives up another spot there as Dino Faldetta was looking to try to get in there. John Stanley, man, he had some issues too. Now, he didn't get any practice laps in here really, so he misses this turn, gets into the overrun area, and I think he had bigger problems later. Go back to live. Is that Dino Faldetta now making a pass, or trying to make a pass? He's in that Ferrari. Dino Faldetta in the Ferrari now picking up a spot. Look at that P4. Will Dunbar now back to the 5th position. Dino Faldetta running a great league, Sim Racing Mania, and really providing for the sim racing community as well. Owns several very successful Facebook groups, rFactor 2, League Central, and Sim Racing Facebook groups. Huge amount of followers. This guy's got a huge vision and is very successful. So what a huge contributor to the sim racing community. Vandeven in the 84 car opening up that gap. Now 2.2 seconds on the McLaren of Stephen Miller. Take a look at Stephen Miller here running in P2, and he's got some company. Looking out the back of his machine, you see Lucas Simper in the Radical starting to close in. So this battle tightening up here, now below 2 seconds. Take a look at Lucas Simper in the 21 car here in P3. Looking to try to chip away at the 2nd place car is Stephen Miller. 1.3 seconds now, so this Radical starting to close in. And this is the kind of track I think the Radical's going to be really good at. Very maneuverable car. Not a huge amount of speed, but really does get around these twists and turns better than some of these larger, heavier cars. Vandeven coming through here. A bit of a cut in the track right there. I guess that's legal as long as you can get away with it. Take a look at Will Dunbar in the 88, running in the 5th position. 1.9 seconds separate he and our 4th place car of Dino Faldetta, now to 2.3 seconds. John Stanley in the Corvette, again, no practice time for him, I don't think. I mean, I didn't see him in the server throughout the week, and he comes really, really late. One of our Canadian drivers, really a good guy, and he's having some issues here, just not knowing the track. So it'll be a tough night here for John Stanley. lights are, the sun is setting and the lights are on. And the fun begins. As Dennis Vandeven, the 84 car, now has a 3.6 second lead over P2. Stephen Miller in the McLaren running in the second position. At 1.3 seconds back is Luca Simpner. Luca trying to close in on this Speed Details sponsor McLaren. Oh, Dino Faldetta coming around here. We'll see what happened to him. My heavens, man. That car spun around. Oh, Will Dunbar makes contact. Contact there for Will Dunbar as he comes around. Blind turn there. Didn't see Dino Faldetta. And contact. And we'll see what happened here. Will Dunbar as he comes around. And Dino Faldetta there. Oh, he makes a little contact. Little bit of contact there. Take a look at Dino Faldetta as he loses the car. He gets into the wall on the left side and then trying to get this thing straightened back up and doesn't realize that the McLaren coming around, the Radical coming around the turn and making contact. So Dino back out on the track, and he is back to the 5th position, giving up P4. He's going to have a little bit of damage to deal with. Getting a question there in the chat session where these guys are in the point standings. We'll take a look at the current point standings. This is kind of an ugly little graphic here, I'll be honest with you, but take a look at the point standings there. Coming into tonight's race, Stephen Miller and Luca Simpner just separating by 1 point. Pretty much Will Dunbar's race to give away, or championship to give away. I think he's going to be all right here given the number of people that are in this race. So all he needed to do was show up given the low turnout. Vandeven now running the new best time here in the Corvette. 7-second lead for him. And that gap between Simpner and Miller has tightened. This is a good little battle here. And Simpner slowly closing in on P2. I think we got to put him in the conversation too of winning this race. The reason I say that is that, he's really good in the second half of the race. 21 car has, even in the stock cars, it's kind of a little bit of an unorthodox strategy, but it works. And he employs a little bit of that here in the GT3 series. So now he's closing in here on this McLaren, and we got a tight battle here on board with Luca Simpner in the Radical running in P3. And he's looking for an opening. It is very, very tight. Tough to pass here. See that McLaren accelerating off the turn. Stephen Miller holding on to that spot. But I'll tell you what, man, this is tight. Looking out of the back of his machine at Luca Simpner. They're going to be side by side here, I think, in the next lap or so. Maybe sooner. So Simpler looking like he really wants to get around this McLaren. Vandeven's gap here now 7.8 seconds over that 2. He is cruising, just driving the track, not really worrying about racing anybody right now. Just worrying about lap time, saving tires. Will Dunbar here running in the 4th position. Gonna have to figure out where those headlights are. Pretty soon, gonna have to turn on those headlights. So, been a good run here for Will Dunbar. Gonna be a big championship for him. And to answer the question, is it possible that Stephen Miller or Lucas Simfer could win the title over Will Dunbar? I don't think it is. Given the points breakdown, I don't think that's possible. They're a fair distance back, 20 points or so, 25 points or so, and that can't be made up. I don't think the gap between P1 and P6 is that much. Dino Faldetta here running in the 5th position, trying to recover after a little bit of a snafu, getting into the wall. So the only thing, you're looking at about 16 points separate P1 finishing position and P6. So not going to be possible in that respect. John Stanley here in the Corvette. Running in P6. He's had a few challenges here, and a lot of it is just probably not having some seat time at the track. John's a great race car driver and competes in our stock car series as well. And, he likes these GT3 cars, always runs that Corvette, so best of luck to him tonight. Right now running in P6. Another Corvette here of Dennis Vandeven leading the field, stretching out that lead. Got a 10.5 second lead for him, and so he's on cruise control right now. So to answer your question here, doing the math, Wes, Michael Brooks in the chat session asking some questions about the possibility of that Miller or Simpner can win the championship, and it's not possible given the turnout here. Getting only 16 points separate first place points from 6th place points, and DNF at this point, you're guaranteed 6th place, so not possible. Stephen Miller has a whole lot of that Radical behind him right now, and this is tight. Radical there of Lucas Simpler trying to find a way to get around the Speed Detail sponsor machine. Great little battle here. Take a look at this side-by-side view as we're watching out of the back of Stephen Miller's machine and looking out of the front of Lucas Simpner's machine. This is P2, P3. You see that McLaren has a little better acceleration coming off the turn, but the Radical's a little bit better through the turn. So little chess match going on right now between the 42 and the 21. And you see how that through that straight section there, the 42 car, the McLaren a little bit better. Take a look at Dennis Van de Ven continuing to stretch that lead out, 11.9 seconds for him. Dunbar and Faldetta now tight on the track. Dino Faldetta had some issues here, now has slowly inched back up here to take over that spot from Will Dunbar. So now P4 belongs to the Ferrari, Dino Faldetta. Will Dunbar back to the 5th position. Been a good solid run here for Dunbar. He just had that issue there where he came around the turn. Faldetta was sideways on the track. And he made some contact with him, so he's got a little bit of damage he's dealing with, I believe. We'll take a look at this pass here. You see Faldetta getting by Will Dunbar. See Stephen Miller, P2, and again, we see Simpler sort of close in, drop back, work on getting back up there, and then dropping back again. So we'll have to see how that works out for him. I think John Stanley on pit lane. John Stanley making a pit stop here. A lot of time on pit lane for John Stanley. Probably getting some damage done to that machine. We'll take a look at him as he finishes up his pit stop, coming back out on track. So the Corvette of John Stanley now returning to the race surface after making his pit stop. Not quite to halfway here, 30 minutes left to go. You see the sun low in the sky. Starting to get a little dark out here as Van de Ven has his headlights on. He looks pretty solid here, really. He's just on cruise control. He's got a pretty huge lead, 14.5 seconds or so. It's a shame that I think Thomas Golom got disconnected there, because I think he really had something for Dennis Van de Ven. Those guys would have been battling each other. It would have been nice to see that Porsche out here as well, but getting some word from Thomas that he lost connection to the internet, not the server. So what a bummer there. Stephen Miller here running in P2. Again, still holding on to that spot. Doing a great job. Will Dunbar, he's making a pit stop here in this 88 car. Oh, no! Stephen Miller, or excuse me, Will Dunbar in the 88 comes around. I think he was planning on coming down pit lane. And he spins this car. And I think he's now going to make a pit stop here. So Will Dunbar spinning, doesn't come all the way around, but definitely spins. And we'll take a look at this as he comes around this turn right here, and he doesn't get into the wall. That's good news for the 88, so no damage there. But remember, he has damage from an earlier incident where he got into the Ferrari of Dino Faldetta. So now he's on pit lane. As we take a look at that 88 car taking service. So I suspect we're going to start seeing some other drivers coming down pit lane as Will Dunbar taking service. Will Dunbar finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track, so he's good to go to the finish. Vandeven still has not made his pit stop. Miller, Symphony both need to make pit stops. Also, Faldetta needs to make his pit stop as well. We'll take a look at Dino Faldetta here in the Ferrari, running in P4. So one of my sentimental favorites there, the Ferraris. I love Ferraris, and Dino always sporting the Ferrari. It's on my bucket list, right? You know, I like to own a Ferrari. Like a real Ferrari, not like a Hot Wheel or something, or a model or a virtual car. I want a real Ferrari. Guess I have to find another career other than teaching high school. Faldetta continuing to plug away here and running in P4. A little bit of work to do there after having a little contact with the wall, and then some incident, secondary contact with the radical of Will Dunbar. Battle for P2 is pretty tight, actually. Lucas Sempner is still not going away. He and Stephen Miller having a good battle. Right now running in the third position. Now keep in mind, both these guys have to make pit stops here, and not only them, but Dennis Vandeven has to make a pit stop. Dino Faldetta has to make a pit stop. John Stanley, Will Dunbar, the only two that have their pit stops taken care of. Take a look at that on the screen there. Vandeven, Miller, Symphony, Faldetta, the top four still need to come down pit lane. Zinfandel being very patient here, looking for an opening, not pushing it, wanting to get a good finish. .23 minutes left to go, and Dennis Van de Ven is our leader here in the Corvette. You know, Dennis has really been in the hunt all season long. You know, there's some, you know, I think sort of mistakes that have happened, you know, that are sort of just not really indicative of, you know, Van de Ven's ability, of course. You know, just sometimes, you know, we're not perfect. You know, sometimes you take some risks and they don't work out for you. But he's raced some very clean races, and he's been in the hunt there. But just also limitations of the car. The car just did not, or the setup didn't really work out for him later in the race. But he's had a good season. Sometimes some of these cars, I think, the Bentleys have really been kind of in a class of their own, it seems, this season. And sometimes with these cars like the Corvette, you might have to drive that car sort of out of its wheelhouse a little bit to be able to keep up with, you know, say a Bentley, or the McLarens have also been pretty fast this season as well. Take a look at Will Dunbar here in the 5th position in the Radical number 88 car. Oh, he's up on the curb there, and he comes around. Not all the way around. He doesn't hit anything, but now trying to get that thing straightened back up. So he came around, and that's going to scrub off some time there. Well, he's got that pit stop finished, so he's good to go to the checkered flag. He comes around, so interesting turn of events there for Will Dunbar. You take a look at Stephen Miller here running in P2. Now he's held on to that spot. Remember, he jumped up to the race lead there on the start, and then Van de Ven ended up getting out his position back. But Stephen Miller's held on to the 2nd position since then, but he has not been able to rest. As Lucas Zinfandel in the 21. Running into 3rd position. Some questions there. What's in the next season going to be? When is the next season going to be announced? Maybe by the end of the weekend. We'll figure it out. We'll sort of try to get through a few things worked out. So we'll let you know. Gilmar Peixoto in here as well, saying good evening. Good to see you, Gilmar. $20 minutes left to go. And again, we got some guys still needing to come down pit lane here. So great little race here on the track between the 42 and the 21. I think maybe that 21 car might be waiting to make his move after pit stops here, but he is really putting some pressure on the 42 car. Givaldo Linares in here as well. Good to see Givaldo in here in the chat session. One of our great Brazilian brothers joining us in here. Michael Brooks says, can I suggest an oval series? You can suggest it. We'll let you know, man. This is like Christmas, man. You can't be peeking under the wrapper before Christmas. Can't be using a hair dryer to melt the tape and then look and see what you got, rewrap it just to trick your mom and act surprised. We know how you do that, Michael Brooks. Look at this, man. This battle is heating up here now. See if they're looking on the low side here. Going to do this crossover move. All over the back of that 42. 42, Stephen Miller holding him off. Says, not today, buddy. Looking on the back of Stephen Miller's machine, and Lucas Simpner starting to put some pressure on the 42. Definitely knows he's there. Vanderbilt says, you guys go ahead and race this out. I am in cruise control right now. 22-second lead for him. And Michael, you know, I would have never peeked, shaken the box, lifted up the wrapper, or, you know, the corners, the ends. I would have never done that. I would have never, you know, used a hair dryer or anything like that. I don't even know if that even works. Never peeked in the closet before the toys were wrapped. Never did that. I would have never done that. I would have never thought about that. I think I got that idea from you. Press X to down, huh? These guys still need to make pit stops here. 15 minutes left to go. Vanderbilt, Miller, Simpner, Faldetta all need to come down pit lane. Dino Faldetta says, hey, okay, fine, man. Don't pressure me. I'm going to come down pit lane here. So the Ferrari on pit lane. Dennis Vanderbilt indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. So Dennis Vanderbilt indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane this lap. Faldetta on pit lane. And I think right now, as long as you don't see some huge mistake by the Corvette here of Dennis Vanderbilt, he's pretty much got this race in the bag. Battle really is going to be P2, P3 as Vanderbilt in the 84 car coming down pit lane. Definitely do not want to speed. No benefit of trying to exceed the speed limit there or pushing it to the edge. And now we're to Stephen Miller, who's running in the second position. And he's coming down pit lane as well. And that is going to, I think, give the, ooh, man, Lucas Simpler on the edge right there. I think he's going to go to the race lead. So Lucas Infner now our new race leader as Van de Ven, Miller, Faldetta all on pit lane. Van de Ven, the first of that crew, come down pit lane. He's taking some service here. Should be pretty close to the tail end of his service as we're watching Lucas Infner in the Radical. Here with 13 minutes left to go, leading the field. Dennis Van de Ven finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. Valdo there looking for Gilmar. Checking on John Stanley. He's had a little bit of an eventful race. Kind of lack of seat time here with respect to this track. This is a really difficult track, even given the coming out and doing a lot of practice laps. This thing is pretty challenging, very technical track. But Corvette John Stanley continuing to plug away here, running in the 6th position. Will Dunbar just ahead of him. Now Will Dunbar 1 lap down in the Radical in 5th. Dino Faldetta in the Ferrari running in the 4th position. Pretty fair little gap there between he and Will Dunbar. Stephen Miller finishing up his pit stop, now coming back out in the 3rd position. Simpner still needing to make a pit stop here. He's going to stretch this out and maybe drop that fuel level down. Of course, that's not going to matter too much. It's going to be really a tire dependent. He's got to change 4 tires, so scratch that. Simpner out here leading some laps. Now you got to really wonder here, is it going to benefit you if the tires didn't really fall off that much? Man, I think it's sideways right there. If it didn't really fall off too much, then what's the benefit of staying out really, really late? Again, I mentioned a kind of an unorthodox approach to races, but it seems to work. It really does. He does a great job, and we'll see how it works out this race. Another one of our radicals here. Oh, up on the curb, up on the sausage right there as the 88 comes around, stays out of the wall with 10 minutes left to go. Will Dunbar having some challenges there. Van de Ven 32 seconds back to Simpner. And you got to really think, once Simpner comes down pit lane, he's in his pit box, takes surface and comes back out, and he is sliding all over the place right now. So I really think it's going to be his best interest to come down pit lane because he's running on older tires as well. So he's giving up time there. It'll be interesting to see where he comes out. I think he's definitely going to be at least P2. He's giving up time, so it's now down to 30-second gap versus 32-second gap. And he is coming down pit lane here. So Simpner on pit lane. Here with just under 9 minutes left to go. And I think when it's all said and done here, Van de Ven's going to be back to the race lead as Simpner is on pit lane. as Vandeven back to the race lead. Now the question is he going to be able to get out ahead of Stephen Miller? Take a look at that. Lucas Simpner running. He's currently second on the grid on pit lane. Simpner comes back out, and right there is Stephen Miller coming by. So Simpner giving up that spot, but now has those fresh tires that he could try to run down Stephen Miller and take over P2. So that's going to be a battle to watch, that's for sure. As Vandeven, with 7.5 minutes left to go, is on cruise control. Got a huge lead. And given the strength of Thomas Gowom and the fact that he got disconnected from the internet and not able to join the race, definitely put Dennis Vandeven way into that conversation as far as winning this race. So took the race lead after Stephen Miller claimed that on lap 1, and Vandeven was patient, got back around Stephen Miller, and then ran away. And this battle for the second position heating up here. Stephen Miller on a little bit older tires than Lucas Simpner. Simpner in the Radical, running in P2. We'll go back up here and we'll actually focus on our race leader, Dennis Vandeven. Lucas Simpner running in third. Can Stephen Miller hold off that charge by Lucas Simpner? Just a little under. Uh-oh, something's happened here. Something's happened to Lucas Simpner. Something has happened to Lucas Simpner. Oh my heavens, man. He came back out off pit lane, fresher tires, and something's happened. Maybe cold tires did him in. Let's see what happened there. Oh my heavens, man. Something happened to the 21 of Lucas Simpner. We'll take a look here at this Radical. Oh, he gets on the curb just a little bit, and he comes around and makes contact with the wall, head-on contact, and he retires from the race. My heavens. Did you see that, man? He just got up onto the curb right there and upset the balance of the car right there. That thing comes up off the ground, and he's losing the back end of this thing, and then straight into the inside wall, and then kind of rage quit right there. Oh, what a shame, man. He had a good race going, and just maybe cold tires. And what a tough deal there, man. Really is. Dino Faldetta here running in P4 now. He's going to end up taking over the third position. As Lucas Simpner out of the race with about 5 minutes left to go. Now we're at 4 minutes left to go. That pretty much sews it up there for second position for Stephen Miller here, unless there's some catastrophe. So Vandeven here looking pretty solid to take home this race victory. Get our screenshot in now, I think. What a nice looking car right there. So we're behind the wall. Hey, get away from the wall, Dennis. We get a good little screenshot. Oh, you know, did I focus on the most important part of that car? That's right there. TurnLeftTV logo. He always has these great paint schemes. He really does, man. Richard Brooks always has some really cool paint schemes as well. Cliff Vandeven. Seen Cliff in a long time, so definitely thinking about him and just seeing him on the track. He's out here, man. He'd be in another stratosphere. Guy is lightning fast. As Dennis Vandeven, the younger, better looking brother. Just kidding. He is on cruise control right now. Two minutes left to go, and Vandeven looks like he's going to come away with a victory here. Will Dunbar up to the 4th position, so good news for him, Eric. Of course, he already knew this, given the size of the field here, that he's going to come away with the championship. So big deal there for Will. Consistency, showing up every week, adminning this league, and going to come away with the championship. So congratulations to him. He's ran a solid race. He was patient. Coming up on a little bit of lap traffic here with Dino Faldetta. So Dennis Vandeven coming around the final turn, flashing those lights and taking the victory here at Marina Bay. Great job to Dennis Vandeven. Stephen Miller coming around, and I think he's going to end up finishing in that 2nd position. So good job there, good run for Stephen Miller in the 42 as he finishes up his lap. Good season for Stephen Miller. So Dennis Vandeven getting the win here at Marina Bay. So party in Singapore here tonight for the 84 crew. And the 88, Will Dunbar, is going to come away with the championship. Well, great job to Will Dunbar as he's finishing up his lap. So Will Dunbar in the 80H, our season champion. Vandeven coming away with a big win here at Marina Bay. Take a look real quick and see what kind of disaster we got right there. So great job to Dennis Vandeven on his win. Now we'll see what the final results are. I think we got everybody in the clubhouse by now. So yeah, Dennis Vandeven gets the win. Stephen Miller finishes in second. Dino Faldetta coming back for a third place finish. Will Dunbar fourth. Lucas Symphony finishes in the fifth position. John Stanley finishes in sixth. We'll see if we can't adjust this a little bit. No idea why we got this ugly deal here. So we'll adjust this. New computer, new crap, you know how that works. There we go. How about that, Harold? I think we got it. So congratulations to Dennis Vandeven on getting the race win, as we finally got that screenshot in there. We'll see if we can't get him up in the booth and have a chat with us. All right, we'll get Dennis Vandeven up here in the booth. Wow, don't sound so excited, Dennis Vandeven.
Yeah, sorry, Heath. Yeah, it was a good race for me. I tried to keep up the pace on the entire race, so missed competition, I guess.
Yeah, I was talking about some of the other races you came out, and it seems like the Corvette had been a little bit of a challenging car. Sometimes later in that race, with the tires getting kind of boogered up a little bit, kind of hard to keep the car underneath you, but you were able to do a great job here tonight.
Yeah, tire wear was, especially in the first stint, was surprisingly very good. I didn't expect that from practice and earlier tests here, but yeah, the tires held up really well, and that's what helped me keep the car in check.
I think maybe also mentioning that you really didn't have competition there where you had to push the car to its limits. You just get out there, make good, clean laps. You know, you had a good, comfortable lead, and it really didn't have to use the tires up or use your stuff up.
Yeah, that's was a bit unfortunate that that got a good lead pretty early in the race, but still I have to keep the tires up and keep the car on the track, so to speak.
Well, hey, great job. Congratulations to you on getting the victory here in the final race of the season, and we hope to see you back here at HORL racing with us in whatever we have in this time slot.
No worries, Heath. I will be back, and congrats to Will also for the championship.
All right, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, that is Dennis Vandeven joining us up here in the chat session, getting the win. Long time coming there for Dennis Vandeven. Always in the hunt there, and like I said, that car can be a little challenge. And he had some pretty stiff competition throughout the season that made him, forced him to really push that car to its limits. And we want to say congratulations to Will Dunbar for getting the championship in the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series. All right, so we'll... All right, up in the booth now, we have the champion, the 88, Will Dunbar. Congratulations.
Woo! Thanks, Finn.
Well, you know, let's be honest here. I mean, going into this season, did you really have any aspirations that you were going to be able to pull off a championship?
No, top 5. I think we talked about this. Every season, every season we do a GT3, even just some other ones. I always try to choose a different car, just to get better. And I focus less on the points, right? So top 5, I told you, was my goal, and I surpassed that.
Oh, I think you focus on the paint schemes personally.
Oh, it's true. I've gotten really good at that, actually. A lot of practice. I've been inspired by this guy, Heath Johnson. Have you heard of him?
Yeah, that guy does a masterful job on those Salesforce cars, Microsoft car. It's a work of art, like a Van Gogh.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Picasso, even.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the triangular nose and, right. Well, hey, man, you know, this track was a little interesting choice, too. What made you, I'd say throughout the whole season, we had some very interesting mix of tracks. You and Luca got together a little bit. What made you decide on this track?
Popularity, me just doing some research into just IMSA and stuff like that. Just trying to figure out, like, well, what's popular and then what's challenging. You know, we do a lot of speed, like the equivalent of a super speedway. You know, things like Road America, where it's just flat out. We wanted some challenge, right? And then this came up, and then I tried it out, and I was like, it's a difficult track, but it's fun, good scenery, and I think it just adds a little spice to the season.
Well, now you got a little bit of a swagger, you know, a reason to have a little swagger there, calling yourself a High Octane Racing League champion. You've been part of High Octane Racing League since you know, the early days. Talk about what HORL means to you.
It means a lot. In fact, I was telling my Twitch stream that this is actually why I race. I don't race because I'm good, because let's be honest, like, I'm consistent. We'll say that. I wouldn't say I'm good. I'm consistent, and I've only been doing road courses for about a little over a year, and you know, the question comes up, why even race if I'm not good at it? And it's actually just HORL, and kind of what it means. It means building a community, and it's a league with a good moral foundation, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. And then the fact that I'm able to take the skills that I have and apply it to something that I think will actually build a sense of belonging and community means a lot to me. So the mission of HORL speaks to me. And also, let's be honest, you know, after 15 plus years of knowing about you and HORL, and then, like, Steve Freeze, and having all that imprinted on me at a young age, when I was like 15. And I even talked about Lauren Stoppleworth, who passed away this year. I mentioned in my Twitch chat that, you know, I've met people who have given me advice that I'm able to apply and do and do better. And then unfortunately, when he passed away, all I have left is that advice to apply, and that also adds to the allure of HORL. It's just the memories, right? Memories of community.
Yeah, we see that number 11 on the side of your car, and also the 41 on the side of your car. And you've spoken a little bit about what those guys mean to you. Focusing on that number 11 there, he means so much to all of us here at HORL, and kind of why we have that mantra that we do. And he's always on our minds, I think, and whenever we're thinking about the goal of this league, the direction of this league. And I want to say thank you for all of the work you do here at HORL. Wouldn't be possible without your assistance.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, I'm honored to do it. And I just want to give a shout out to you, since you are the ultimate owner of HORL, and I'm just happy to be the second admin in command. I'll call it. That's usually what I refer to myself as. And I'll continue to do so. So I hope that we do great things. I know that you and I work together, making sure that the content for the future is gonna keep us going, for the next generation. So I'm actually looking forward to see what we come up with.
Well, hey, congratulations! Enjoy. Have yourself a blueberry muffin, and we'll see you next season. Whatever we have in store, I'm sure you're gonna get some great stuff up your sleeve.
I will indeed, man. I appreciate what you do and having me.
All right, that is Will Dunbar, the champion in the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series, joining us up here in the chat and getting that green Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles radical in victory lane, or in the championship circle. So congratulations to him, and enjoy that. Well, don't forget, we got coming up next week at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday, New Hampshire Motor Speedway, 120 laps there in the High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series. It's been a very popular series. We had a great race last night at Lucas Oil, caution-free race last night, 140 laps. And it was a fantastic one. That's on YouTube if you want to check that one out. Also, coming up later tonight, we have the High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder, Indianapolis Motor Speedway, race number 10, the final race of the season. 80 laps there, and that should be a great one. We got open setups. If you're interested in joining us in some stock car racing at IMS, always a popular track, come on out. It's the Saturday Night Thunder. I want to say thank you so much for coming in and joining me here on TurnLeftTV, and all those folks who support TurnLeftTV, either in racing with us or coming in the chat and advice and so forth, support. I have friends from all around the world simply because of sim racing and also running TurnLeftTV, and I appreciate each and every one of them. I really do, and thank you for your support. Please hit that thumbs up button. Let me know you were here. And then also share my videos with all your friends. Please go down to the description of this race and help me out that way by following those links over to the Fanatec website. And don't forget to, it's over there, man. I always forget where it's at. It's right there. Hit that little subscribe button if you haven't already done so. And again, thanks so much for coming in here. That's going to do us for the GT3 Series season. Congratulations to Will Dunbar, our champion. As we find that graphic for it. There we go. Congratulations, Will. Enjoy it. I'm out of here.